Okay, this is my face chart for animal makeup, and I am going to be replicating an American badger. So I'm going to talk about what I've drawn here and how I'm going to accomplish this on my face. The badger has a very distinct white and it's actually not quite black. It's like a brownish black striped face. So I've got that white stripe in the middle and then and this is a very unique white shape here that kind of comes in over the eyebrow. So it's not just a stripe. It's this sort of unique little, it kind of looks like a knight in a game of chess shape. And then this here, and then white again out by my jawline. So getting that stripe is really important. And the badger has a little snout, but not too wide. So I'm just gonna paint white and then black. Actually, I'm gonna paint the white shapes in, and then I'm gonna paint the brown shapes in. And then I'm going to lay in some other colors for texture. The nose is a little closer to the mouth than my nose is, so my nostril is actually about right here, and I'm going to pull the nostrils and the shape of the nose down and then go into that mouth shape. I'm going to pull the shape of my mouth out just a little bit and down to give myself that little pouty mouth shape. I'm going to have this little eyeliner that comes off of my eye up here. I don't know if I'm going to do that with the makeup or with an actual eyeliner yet. But yeah, so I've got a little cut brush that I've used. I'll show you that for making the fur texture, and I'm going to be blending lots of colors in together to get as realistic a fur texture as I can, and I'll show you that in the video, but that's the basic shape.
Okay, here is my workspace for the animal makeup project for Paradise AQ, so you're going to notice a lot of different products in here. Alright, so I have my Maron Paradise AQ. It comes in a package that looks like this. There'll be a little plastic sleeve over it. I've used it before. So that's what that makeup's going to be. And basically all I have is that. A wide assortment of brushes. I like to have a lot of brushes. I've got 2 cups of water. This will be my dirty water. This will be my clean water. This is a sheet of plastic. You could use like an old CD case or a palette or something like that. This is so I can mix colors that aren't in here and put them on my face. I'm going to mix like a yellowy brown color and a blacky dark brown color here as well. I've got a paper towel for cleaning my brush, and all of this products are sitting on paper towels as well. And the other thing that I wanted to point out that I have here that's special is this brush, which I have snipped the ends of, so you can see it's like a little jagged brush. And that's going to help me create my fur texture. So that is my workspace.
Okay, here we're going to get going. I'm going to use this brush here, get it wet, and you're going to notice that I have to do a little bit of work to really paste that white up so it's nice and creamy before it hits my face. And I'm just going to start blocking in color. I'm going to block in all the white and all the brown. And I'm blocking the brown as brown, and then I'm going to go over it with black. I switched to a smaller brush here because I felt like that one was just a little bit big. What you're not seeing here is I have to keep working with the product to make it stay this nice, thick, white, creamy color. I'm looking a lot off to the side to check my face chart so I can get these locations really specific. You're going to find that your face chart is going to help you a lot here, but it's also going to be really critical that you think about the fact that your face is 3-dimensional and not 2-dimensional. Your face chart only shows your face from the front. It is really good to do a side view, and that can help you figure out how the shapes from the front transition to sort of the side of your face as it returns back into space. But it takes a lot of referencing your face chart to get this right. And it's also one of the first projects you have where symmetry is really hard, and you do want to try to be pretty symmetrical. I found here that I didn't quite have the white in the right place, so I just used a wet paper towel to kind of pull some of the product off and then reshape this stripe as wider and then a little narrower out by my jaw. You don't have to get it perfect. I think I've got the white now pretty much where I want it. So I'm gonna go over these last few areas, make sure it's as thick as I want. And then I'm gonna start to work with the brown. And here I'm gonna paste up my brown. Lots of water, cleaning my brush, pasting up my brown. Water, brown, water, brown. Make sure it's nice and thick or it'll go on real streaky. Here I've picked up my black with a really tiny little liner brush, and I'm going to put my nose in. This area around my mouth is a little bit confusing, so I'm just blocking in the areas that I know where they are and kind of how they look, and then figure out how I'm going to blend the brown, the white, and the black all together. Pulling the nose down onto my upper lip area. Give myself that little split right down the Cupid's bow area. So this is about the end of me blocking in all the color. So now I'm going to mix up an off-white color to start the fur texture. So one of these little blue handle brushes I'm using is my fur brush. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm just taking some brown and some white, and I'm putting those over on my little mixing palette. That's just a sheet of plastic. Getting some white, getting some brown. In a second, I'm going to get some yellow. I like to roll the brush to try to get the product off. That's what I was doing with the white just there. All right, now let's start mixing that together and get this nice kind of off-white, tannish brown color that I'm going to use. And it's okay that it's not all perfectly blended. That's all right. And I'm using that cut brush that I showed you at the beginning, and I'm pulling the white into the, I'm moving from the white area into the brown area with this color, and it's going to make the edges of the white area seem a little bit darker and help pull them in. It's not super high def video, but hopefully you can see how that's kind of working. It's also really softening those shapes. You can do this just with a regular brush, but the cut brush sort of gives you 5 times the work with a little bit more precision for less effort. So that's sort of a good trade-off. You can see that yellowy color kind of making the edges looking a little more real. I still have to do a lot of deciding here, making sure that I'm pulling the fur in the right direction so that it's giving me a nice fur texture fanning out around my face. So I'm checking my face chart a lot and thinking a lot about what color I'm pulling into what color so that the fur texture stays the same and the paint doesn't get muddy. In a bit here, I'm going to kind of go the other way and start pulling the brown back into the white, and then eventually I'm going to use black on the brush and texture up the brown areas and pull the black into the brown so it all becomes like a furry texture. Okay, let's gonna pick up some straight brown here. And I'm gonna start pulling the brown into the white. Same process, and this is still that cut brush. You can see I've got a little too much product. So as I get a little bit less on there, this is different than applying the makeup in blocks. This wants to be really gentle with the amount of makeup, so you get a really subtle fade. And here I'm going to pick up some black now and start fading the mouth area out. So I'm blending the inside of the mouth black into the white lip. Doing that a little bit up top as well. And I'm going to keep working all my colors, my brown, my black, my white, and my off-white tan color till I've got this perfect. Pretty happy with where this is. I still have to do some eyeliner around the eyes as well. We are close to done. I am painting this eyeliner in with the Paradise AQ. I was not able to get my eyeliner to go over the Paradise AQ very well, so I just used the Paradise AQ. You could also use cream makeup here. Cream makeup can go over this product, but not under it. Oiliness will resist the product and turn into a big muddy mess. So oil over, good. Oil under, bad. And there you have your adult college professor with a master's degree as an American Badger, making very adult grown-up faces. And this kind of matches my hair, so I took my hair down, did some fun selfies. That's my bathroom wall. That's still my bathroom wall. I'm a grown-up, and here I think I look like a fierce lion. So enjoy this, have fun, and I will see you in class.